Welcome into DC On Screen episode 383. We are getting super spoilery on The Flash 321 Cause and Effect. I'm your host David C. Robertson. This, my co-host Jason Goss. To recap, Cisco tries to blank Barry's ability to create new memories so Savitar won't know what they're planning. Instead, he just blanks Barry's memory, turning him into the lovable and lighthearted Bart. After Killer Frost discovers Savitar's memory loss, she reluctantly teams up with Cisco and Julian to fix Barry's memory just in time to save a building from Firemonger. The gang pleads with Frost to stay, and she shuts them down, but it appears they did get to her. There's also a very long explanation from future Barry about time loops, time remnants, temporal duplicates, flashpoint consequences, and broken families. So yeah, I dug the I dug the fact that he was a time remnant that we haven't met yet, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. That's fine. But I thought it was oddly out of character for Barry and Team Flash to like shun a time remnant because he wasn't real. That doesn't seem like them.
That part's a little odd. I don't know what to do with that part. That's the only one that I thought, I don't know if Joe would ever do that.
Yeah. Joe would like smile with those big shiny eyes and say, well, now I have 3 sons.
Yeah. That's the only part that I didn't think fit. Everything else I was good with. Mm-hmm. And it's all right, so like Savitar is just a time remnant, the flashpoint remnant is able to die, the like emo Barry creates the remnant, fights Savitar, gets shunned by family, decides to become God, needs hours to die, and all that stuff. But I'm listening to it thinking like, and by the way, I had to pause like 10 times in the first 4 minutes of the show to kind of like process everything I was seeing. Like, hold on, does that make sense? Okay, all right, and then press play again. Right. And I was kind of thinking like, well, that's kind of like a time loop. So I was very happy later when Cisco kind of does the it's not really a whiteboard, like a see-through board. I don't know. Does the dry erase marker thing and kind of says like, no, it's a closed loop, no beginning, no end. Which makes sense though, because future Barry's kind of saying like, when you mess with time as much as I have, the rules don't apply anymore. Because yeah, he made himself a little time loop. He's in his pocket. Yeah. Where as long as he makes all the pieces connect, everything will connect, and he'll be a time god now instead of a speed god, which is kind of just like a spectrum of the Flash's powers, you know?
Right. Yeah. I think that's a good explanation. We had a listener on Twitter, Al Granite, says, why doesn't Barry do what Thawne did in the LOT finale and get different versions of himself, not time remnants to fight Avatar? How many remnants did Barry use anyway? And why isn't a Wally and Jesse and Jay tag team enough? And where are the Wraiths? I don't like time remnants. The rules don't apply to him anymore. And,
that's how it's been phrased now, is he created a loop so that now the time Wraiths are either uncaring or can't get in.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it sounds like. Because like Zoom was a different story. Like Zoom created a lot of problems with time that he had to deal with. Mm-hmm. But he was still actively fucking with the timeline. Like Savitar's got this thing wrapped up well enough that like if he pulls everything off, it's a thing that always was going to happen and always would happen.
Yeah. I think, am I wrong? Wasn't Thawne a time remnant, period? Just like every iteration of Thawne is a time remnant at this point?
Yeah. No, I mean, literally every one of those people that died in the battlefield was a thing that was never meant to be anyway.
No. And
it didn't say that, it didn't say how many years. He could have gone and grabbed himself from like 7 seconds ago, 7 seconds from now, 8 seconds from then. You can, at his level of power, you can grab anyone from anywhere and get him to a certain point. But same time, like, he's already working on he's got a ticking clock on his wrist. I mean, he's just borrowed time. So every one of those people out there, when he did that, they were not just borrowing time, but shining some giant signal in the sky saying, time Wraiths, please come get me.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it going down, at least.
Yeah. So, Josh McKay on Twitter says, I love the explanation of how Savitar came to be. I'm stoked for these final episodes this season.
Oh, absolutely.
And Barry's real name was a classic. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed his choosing Bart instead. It's a nice...
it was a cool shout out, man.
Nice shout out to Impulse, which Matthew Ryan Cronin
also pointed out. Yep.
Noticed. Yeah.
Bart just feels more natural. I really did. Like, it broke my heart a little bit seeing Barry so just... it's really just lighthearted. Like, just loving life, enjoying himself. Like it's like he was getting to know his life, but he only had to get to know the cool parts of it. Like imagine you come to one day and you're about to marry the person that like in your bones you love, and you just get to meet her again for the first time. Man. That was amazing. I loved watching it, and I hated it for Iris too, because like she has this battle with herself where she doesn't want to, like, she almost doesn't want him to come back to the real life he has, and I hated it for her. And but it made sense, and I loved what they did with the story where it's Iris that has to finally like walk Barry through his bad memories. Like she had to bite the bullet and be the one to say like that, you know, these are the fucked up things that happened to you. And I thought that part was well written.
Yeah. See, all this stuff with, you want to give me a perm? It's not your hair. It's not for your hair, steel magnolias. It's for your brain. That was great. Yeah.
Oh, maybe my favorite line. Barry just walking into their loft. How do we afford to live here? That
was great. Nice little hung lantern there.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't Caitlin the expert on brains around here?
Yeah.
She was. Oh my gosh. And who are you? Oh, I'm your brother.
Oh, yeah. Barry just looks at his like arm and like, while he just smiles like, there's an explanation. That was fantastic.
Yeah. I love all the Speed Force cannon / bazooka stuff.
That was great. And their little, like, their coffee lust.
Yes. HR just screaming at her at some point, stop talking science!
They're good together. I like those two.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of hope she sticks around.
I love the whole, like, Heatmonger's a bad name. I dig it. Like,
yeah. Like, Monger looks back and Julian looks a little afraid for a second. Cisco comes up. I dig it. Like comforting the guy. Early on even, the like when Savitar gets back in the suit and their little like front cold open kind of battle. Dude, that little battle where they both do the lightning trick and then come together. Oh god, it looked fantastic.
Yeah.
That was good. And like everything around him is just in shatters and burning. I just fucking loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Barry later talking to Killer Frost, like, are you like a supervillain?
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. Oh, I may retract my earlier statement. Cisco, when they're gonna like remotely get his memory back, this might hurt, might sting, might suck. Probably all three. Here we go.
This might be the most meta joke they've ever made on the show. Please tell me you have Star Trek on your Earth. Voyager?
Yeah.
I hate spinoffs.
Yes, I know. I love that.
The Flash is a spinoff, guys.
Oh, it was good. Oh, and they did wrap up the Legends thing for sure. That was just old Barry talking about Savitar.
Mm-hmm.
Really glad they pulled that back in.
Yeah.
Oh, and there was a really cool theme that it went through the episode pretty well. When the bad memories outweigh the good ones, what does Barry become?
Yeah.
That was a cool theme. It was a cool concept, and like if you use that line and kind of reflect on the whole episode, it's actually a little more entertaining to do it that way.
Yeah.
Because they do it like it also happens with Killer Frost. Like she comes in and Cisco tells this endearing story, and like she actually, like, you can tell he's trying to get to her, but she finally does like reveal the punchline about like take a charge or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you can tell he's just trying to get to her. Like he's just trying to like get across to Caitlin a little bit, and you can see it. Like there's this Danielle Panabaker did a great job this episode with that. Also, she did a great job with Killer Frost. I enjoyed Killer Frost this episode.
Yeah, that's not a common thing. Usually she overacts it, but this time she did a really good job.
No, she was menacing and subtle. Fantastic. And it like between that and when Barry and Cisco and Julian show up later and she's like, "Are we gonna fight now?" And no, we're not here to fight. We just want to talk. And, like all that was good TV. It was really emotional. I enjoyed the hell out of it. And they do get through to her. Like Caitlin's eyes show up on that elevator for just a second. I was like, "Oh, this is good. Good. All right." I think she may end up being the key to defeating Savitar. Like her coming back to Caitlin and using her powers as Caitlin. I think that might be one of the things that shows up in the finale.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
I wouldn't be surprised. I really I want my cake and I want to eat it too. I want to have Caitlin, but I want her to have the Killer Frost powers.
Yeah. No, I absolutely want her back on the team, but with Killer Frost powers.
Mm-hmm.
And they might be getting there. Like Caitlin was there for a second. And you could tell she still has all her memories. She still knew how to do all the brain work. It's all there. The infrastructure is there. They just got to give it to us.
Yeah. So, the promo for next week, Infantino Street, we see Captain Cold. I'm really happy to see Captain Cold.
It's a nice pullback, isn't it?
I can't believe they turned King Shark into a guard dog. King Shark. That's adorable.
That was like the last line I wrote before I saw the promo. I was like, why does King Shark have a giant energy egg? What?
Yeah.
What? And 3.8 terajoules is not a small thing.
No.
That's planets collapsing kind of thing. Suns do that.
Yeah, I saw that and I just kind of threw my arms up. I was like, I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, I was happy to see him. He still looks great. Every time they brought King Shark on, they brought their A game. He looks great in every single shot I've seen that guy in.
Yeah. Yeah. So, they had a little bit of spectacle this week. They had a lot of heart. They had, with Iris.
Yeah.
And,
Iris's line that really hurt me was, "It's really nice to see you smiling so much." That actually, that hurt a little bit.
It was a return to form, I'll say.
Yeah, absolutely. This was the show I know and love.
So,
even Future Barry at the end, like based on the promo and that last scene, we thought he was going to be a little over the top, but I actually enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed Gustin's like evil performance up front.
Mm-hmm.
When I got to see all of it at once, I was like, oh no, he did a good job. Like they took that one clip, I think, and it kind of looked like he was going to go over the top a little bit, but then when I got to see it, I was real happy with it.
I liked his little line when Iris is showing him old pictures. He's like, "This is visual terrorism. I refuse to look at more."
Oh yeah, when they show it, like his old outfit from high school, I was like, "You obviously didn't." It's like, what? Why didn't you try to make me not a nerd? Well, I did. You didn't try that hard. Look at this picture. This is visual terrorism. It was like they made me laugh, but it was like I was laughing at it the whole time, thinking like you're supposed to be dead in 2 weeks, and you're gonna have to get your memory back. Like it was like this stolen moment that I enjoyed.
Yeah. By the way, whoever's in charge over there, I don't know. It might be pandemonium, but somebody, please make Barry work out. It's a little embarrassing. Wally's bigger than him now.
Maybe why he's faster. Oh, I had two more things. One, I wanted to give the writers credit for it's pseudoscience, but at least they used anterograde and retrograde amnesia correctly, and they even gave a shout out to the hippocampus. So they at least called someone who knows a damn thing and said, "What are the words we should use?"
What are the words we should use?
All that checks. But one of the things that struck me, you remember when Barry freaks out when he gets out of the chair at first?
Yeah.
Like, who are you people and all that, and like looking at his wild eyes. Grant Gustin did a fantastic job with that scene. Like, I love the freak out moment and like, how do I trust you? I loved that scene. It was funny and kind of endearing, and I just kept thinking, man, he's really doing a great job with this. The one thing though is like at some point they cut to Joe, and they're at the stage where they're like, just please trust us, and they like cut to Joe, and I was like, just send Joe in. Just send Joe. Like there's on a visceral level, Barry cannot not trust Joe's eyes. Just send Joe in with those big doe eyes. Let him fill him up with a little bit of liquid. Barry will do whatever he asks. I sure as hell would.
Oh, we just need to get Jesse L. Martin to pimp our show for us. Is what?
Oh yeah, just a video of him with the eyes, saying,
with the doe eyes.
Guys, you need to watch DC on Screen. For me.
They can't watch it.
You need to listen to DC on Screen.
Are you recording yourself, or do you, like, with a video camera?
No, my phone's not that cool.
384 videos of you doing this?
Not that I know of. And honestly, the electronics in my house are not, they wouldn't support such a thing. No, yeah. Some of the wiring in my house is that old school wiring where, like, it's copper that's so hard it can't be bent with your fingers at all. Like, you have to bring in tools, and the casing on it's like this fiber substance. Some people are going to be real confused. Some other people that just heard me say that are going to be like, "Oh shit, some of my house does that. I hate it."
We are DC On Screen. You can find every episode at dconscreen.com. Proud members of the Giant Size Team Up Network, giantsizeteamup.com. Come, speak with us on Twitter, on Facebook, or on Instagram.
Can I give one side note on our way out?
Sure.
There was a promo in Arrow for a new season of Whose Line Is It Anyway, which apparently CW Seed is just owning now. Danielle Pennebaker does a guest spot on Whose Line Is It Anyway as one of the improv artists.
Nice.
Didn't see that coming.
Me either. We're going to be coming right back with Arrow 521, Honor Thy Fathers. Until next time, guys, keep some DC on your screen.